Hi everyone, and welcome to Stevie GTR Anything Garage. So the bushes came today for these shock absorbers, and they've got a steel line. They're what I guess I've always called them, and I think in the trade they are called metallistic bushes. Basically a metal sleeve, a metal outer and rubber stuffed inside them. Now I've seen people struggle getting them out of these shock absorbers, or any shock absorbers, or any sort of bush getting out of a steel housing. It's not easy because they're pressing under hydraulic pressure. So tonight we've made a pair of adapters that will push these out rather than just using the method of a nut and bolt through and tighten them up. Now I know that can be successful, but it can be a bit of a pain in the butt as well. So if you like to watch some lathe work tonight on the Myford, please follow along, and I hope you enjoy it in advance. Hi all. Let me just quieten this heater down a bit. So today my two new drop links have come, which are the newer type. Well, let's open one and have a look. So here you can see the proper ball joint type. I'm not going to try and move them, but yeah, to replace the stuffed rubber ones. So that's good. The two bushes for the shock absorbers have come. Now I've looked around for a socket and I don't have one that I could use to push this out with. So I'm going to make something in the lathe. Yeah, 27.02. So I want something just a fraction under 27. Maybe 26.8 or 9 that it'll go through. Can you see these? It'll go through the shocker bottom, leg bottom, to push them sleeves out in the press. And then I need a receptor for bottom as well, so I'm going to make a pusher which will be hollowed out a little bit in the middle, but not much. I mean, it can be nearly solid, but these stick out a bit, so I'll have to have a counterbore in it, a recess. But then I need something for the back side, for the bearing, the bush to push through. So I need to make a little collar that it can sit on all the way around the yellow steel part of the main shock absorber without encroaching on that 27mm sleeve that's going to come through. So it's going to be able to go through the sleeve. So I'm going to fish out some steel, see what I've got, and we'll go over onto the lathe and we'll make a start of making them. Right, on a piece of metal I've got to receive the bush through is this. Yeah, is that. So it's too long, so I'll cut a piece off longer than the bush so it can go, so the bush can drop right through it. And that should do it. Put a little mark on it. I'm not getting hacksaw out. Best £50 I ever spent. There's a video on me renovating this somewhere. I'm putting wheels on it so it'll fit on the bench. Cut it down so it'll go under my bench. That's normally the walk. speed it up a bit. One I've just sharpened. You can see that, but by hand, quite good at sharpening drills. I was taught many years ago by a tool room guy, an elderly gentleman at that time, and I was only a young boy. But it's stayed with me all my life as that. It's been great. Slow that down a little. This could be noisy. 27.5mm, give me 1/4 of a mil each side clearance. Right, power feed. Reality check. Go through there easy. So that's going to receive the bush when I press it out. That'll do it. Could be a bit hot that, so we'll leave that there to cool. Now then, this is the pusher. So that needs turning down to a fraction under that size, and then I guess it wants cutting down, maybe that much cutting off it. See if it will line up and chuck and spin freely. If it will, I'll take this knurling off. This is just a piece of metal that I've used in the past. Right, got a problem. I'm going to take all the jaws out and clean them. Just seen a dot on there. That's a punch mark. That'll line up with my punch mark on there. So I bet that's what I used last time I worked on this piece of material. So let's put it in there and see if it lines up. And boy, it does. That's great. I've only done that so I can turn it round in chuck so I can work on it. That down so. $27mm. So that needs to go inside to push, so 26.8 maybe. Oh look, that's how much needs to come off. Go. So that's 26.8 is that. And that's 27. So that should fit down inside the leg okay. Inside shocker. Just didn't want that to go tight inside shocker, but we'll clean it up. If any of you thinking about buying a lathe, those auto guys, think hard, because you've got this to deal with. You make more of this stuff than enough. They're great machines to have, but God. Talk about making a mess. Yep, that'll do. So I need to chop this off now. Will that do? Good pusher. Yeah. First, broke my blade. Whether I'm going to show you that or not, I don't know. So we've made a pusher. I'm convinced on that. Let's do a sanity check. .81. 27 point nothing. Yeah, 27 dead. .2679. It's 26.8. 0.1 of a mil each side clearance. So that should clear okay. Right guys, it just don't look right, but must be. So that's our pusher, and that's our other bit, and as you see, one fits inside the other obviously. So that's going to go on shocker, back, bottom like that, and we're going to push the bush out. I mean, a lot of people get a big washers and drill them out, but to be honest with you, you'd struggle using a washer to push that out. You'd need a piece of steel that was strong, and I thought probably an 8 or a 10mm threaded rod or a bolt to pull it through, and you'd struggle at that. Okay, so we've made our bush pusher. Show it on this one. This is cleanest. No, they're both not right clever. So that is going to go on the press on a steel plate, and that'll sit on there, and the bush will come through like that. I'm sure you can see. And that is our bush pusher, which will go on there, and we'll bob that in press, and we'll push that bush out, that steel housing, which is that. So that's 0.2 of a millimetre smaller in diameter than that. Therefore that and that fit through each other. Like a fly punch in it really, but not accurately, but yeah. Lovely. I'm going to produce this as a little showing a bit of working Stevie GTR in the workshop, as opposed to stripping car and rebuilding and stuff. I think next thing I'll be doing is possibly stripping these springs, or maybe doing a bit of painting in there on the hub. The biggest job will be when I get the calipers out. I need to make sure the brake hose fits into the unit, and then also need to check them over, get an airline on them and a pad in between so it doesn't blow pistons out. Bang some air on and see if all the pistons are free. If they are, they're a project on their own, painting them. But before I paint them, I've got to make the caliper carriers. Whether I take the carriers off the other calipers and somehow can adapt them, I don't know. Or maybe I make some fresh ones. Thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a like and a subscribe if you've never subscribed to the channel. Lots of car stuff coming. I haven't forgot about my hit and miss engine, but it's started to take a back seat a bit. I want to get all this done, and I want to get all the car to 90%, 95%, because I want to use it this year, and spring's on its way, and once spring comes I want to be able to get in it and use it. It's all legal, taxed, insured, MOT'd, everything. It's just wants all getting nice and to use it, but still a lot to do. Thanks guys.